Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of the Grain Gauntlet. As always, 5 questions from current clients and potential prospects. This is Patrick. I'm Josh. You ready to go?
I'm ready.
All right. We are taking this on the eve of the monthly USDA supply and demand report, and this report is supposed to be one of the most important ones of the year. The big expectation would be an adjustment to yield. So with that, we have lots of questions related to that topic.
Cool.
First question, what is driving the strong export demand?
I think several things. One, weak U.S. dollar. Two, cheap corn prices. And three, foreign countries are looking at the U.S. consumer and say, we got to keep the U.S. consumer. They buy most of our crap. So how do we do that? Well, corn is competitively priced. Their currency to ours is good, strong. Why not buy corn at cheap price, and beans for that matter too? Although beans will be more of a China thing as we get through to that agreement with them.
Yeah, one of the things I'm noticing, and it's surprising, is we still have people doubting demand. Like they keep doubting, we have maybe had a setback with India, a setback with Japan, so that the demand might disappear is still there. But we said from the start of this that if any country is turned away from buying the U.S. because of trade negotiations, they start buying from South America. It's just going to raise prices there, and it's going to turn other countries to us. And that's exactly what's happened. We are still in a point where Brazil, both corn and soybeans, are considerably higher than U.S. prices right now. So to finite supply, somebody's going to buy it, and the demand's going to be there. And right now, it's being proven out.
And the bottom line is more and more countries are going to using corn and soybean products for other things, i.e. ethanol, energy, right? So even Brazil is looking at doing more corn for ethanol than sugar.
Exactly.
So bottom line is demand strong around the world. Supplies are relatively tight around the world. It's a shall game of who buys from who, but the world needs our products.
Exactly. All right, next question. Is it possible to rally with a big crop coming?
I'm calling that the Goldilocks effect and Goldilocks marketing year. I think we're to get it. We got it last year to some degree, where corn went down to 360 before harvest, and then front-load futures rallied to 504. I think we see the same scenario. Of course, it's possible. Cheap prices here, cheap prices. I think what you're going to see is because of a stinky dollar compared to other currencies, because we're going to be low priced during harvest, that we're going to have really fantastic demand. Cheap prices will take care of cheap prices, and then we'll rally. And we'll see much better prices as we go into spring. That's our plan that we're sticking with. That's what we're working off of, and I expect that to happen.
Yeah, and maybe even increased chance, because I think the market has definitely accounted for and has the expectation of this massive yield, but it doesn't seem to have kicked in a lot of, wow, the demand might be really strong and stronger than we've expected. And that remains to be factored in yet.
Yeah, we just wait till tomorrow's USDA report. They're going to raise yield for sure, but I'll bet you they counter that with increased demand.
Right. Okay. All right, next question. Will the boost in soybeans from Trump's tweet have any staying power? Now, remember, we're taping this on Monday. This video will end up coming on Wednesday, so we might actually have some result by then. But yes, what do you think of Trump's tweet, the boost in beans, and will it last?
I'm amazed that people are buying a tweet. Do I expect Trump to get a deal done with China? Yes. Do I expect Trump to focus on more bean sales to China? Yes. It's all good news that he said that they should buy 4 times as many beans as they are, okay? That's good news. That means his focus on getting China to buy more A products. That's good news. But this is silly to buy the bean market now with just a tweet. It's just silly. Buy the rumor, sell the fact. We got the USDA report tomorrow. I expect much higher prices in soybeans in the long haul. We're only 25% sold on every crop. So we got a lot of bushels to either sell and replace at harvest, or to hold on to and sell at a later price. I think we get to 12 at some point because a deal will get done. But a tweet, really?
Yeah, as you can probably tell, this isn't changing anything. We're doing it at the moment. And then the other thing I'd add is that, China's pretty bought ahead for this year. So it'd be pretty shocking for them when they're actually, starting to give away soybeans within their own country to see them make any large commitments right now. So this would be something that's probably a ways away yet. It is Trump kind of laying the foundation for that's a priority, and it probably will lead to an agreement at some point, but it is kind of silly to see this kind of rally right now. All right, next question. Do you think the USDA is moderate with their yield increase for corn, or do they jump over, say, 185?
A lot of the so-called experts, the gurus out there that are giving their estimates, think that we may be above 185. The USDA historically has gone in steps, although more recently they have taken more realistic approach to it. I think they're going to go with what their surveys say. And with the corn we've seen, oh my goodness, I had sweet corn from Wisconsin yesterday. It was this long and really thick sweet corn. That crop had to yield 200 bushels an acre, sweet corn. So I think the yields are going to be higher than what the market is averaging in, which is like 184.6.
Okay, so you're thinking it'll be a little higher than that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's last questions from a prospect. Says, I'm thinking of getting long in the corn market if it dips below $4, but I haven't made any sales yet. What do you recommend?
I think you're crazy. Double dipping is crazy. Taking on double the risk is crazy. You should be looking at cutting risk, not adding to risk. Buying corn and not selling any corn and being long in the bins, that is called a Texas hedge, is so dangerous. Do I think it'll work? Yeah, I do, but I still think it's crazy. And you have to have the staying power. If you're buying below 4, you buy at 398 to stay with it to 370, say. Now you're staying with it in the bin at 370 and on the board at 370. That's just too much risk.
Okay, good advice. Well, that's all for this week. As always, thank you for all the questions. If you have a question you'd like to hear answered, you can email it to adminstaff@hedge-plus.com. Big report this week. I hope we get some good results, and hopefully the bottom is in too.
Yeah. And I want to just follow up a little bit on my crazy comment. I'm sure the prospector client's not crazy. It's just that double dipping in with a potential record crop is way too much risk. We don't do that here at Hedge Plus. We don't want to take that kind of risk ever. Will it probably work out? Yeah. Well, could be a home run. Yeah. Could be a corn market move like the Brewers have been playing with win after win. Yeah. But too much risk.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Talk to you next week.
Thank you.